A young man asks a wealthy family for their daughter's hand in marriage. The family sets a challenging task for the young man. They demand that he immerse himself in a lake for 3 days and make no moves to keep himself warm. If he can succeed in doing this, then he may marry the daughter. And so the challenge begins. But after 2 days of immersion, the man is shuddering with cold. He is scarcely conscious. On a distant hill he sees a fire, and lifting his hands above the waterline, he reaches, hopelessly in his delirium, toward the fire. Aha! At that moment, the wealthy family tells the young man that he has failed in his mission, and that quite clearly he was keeping warm from the fire. He has failed in his task. The young man seeks justice, and pleads before a local magistrate that it was impossible for him to gain any warmth from the distant flames, and that he had not broken his pledge. But the magistrate is friends with the wealthy family who have plied the magistrate with generous gifts. In his findings, the magistrate sides with a wealthy family, and to make matters worse for the young man, he orders the young man to prepare a large banquet as reparation in honor of the wealthy family. The young man is distraught, but as he goes to the market to gather things for the banquet, then he meets an old man who asks why he is so sad. The young man explains the story, and the old man takes sympathy. The old man tells the young man to go ahead and prepare the banquet, but not to use any salt when making the soup. Make sure you use no salt, he instructs the young man, and place a salt container at the far end of the table from the magistrate. Then leave the rest to me. Together we will find justice. The banquet is held. The old man makes sure he is in the district, and he duly gets invited to the banquet by the magistrate, who is in the pocket of the wealthy family. Splendid, says old man. Now comes the first course, and the first dish to be served, as is tradition, is the soup. Naturally, the young man shows honor to the magistrate by serving him first. The magistrate takes a mouthful of soup and splutters. This is terrible. The soup is too bland. It needs salt. Well, that's strange, said old man. There is a salt container just here, and if a distant fire is capable of warming this young man's hands, then surely this nearby salt container is capable of flavoring the soup. Don't you think? The magistrate shifts uncomfortably and embarrassedly agrees with old man. He reverses his decision and says that the young man is hereby entitled to ask for the daughter's hand.